Hey dudes, how you going? Quick little update here on this this King Motors T2000. Should have taken the video earlier today, but I had the motor right out of it. I actually had to polish the top of the piston. It was all pitted, and a booger got down and actually crushed the ring a little bit. Didn't crush the ring, it restricted it, so it wouldn't start. Had plenty of sparks. So anyways, had it all apart today. The dome in there was all pitted up. I'm not really sure why. I've been running it in a lot of snow and stuff. It may have been lean too. I'm not really sure exactly why it was as pitted as it was. I got some gallons on it. I mean, I've been beating on it pretty hard for a while, but more importantly, some of the things that I want to catch up with that I've had to do to this. I'm on my third clutch, 8,000 RPM, HPI clutch back there. There's been absolutely no issues with the belt systems at all. There's a little roller here that needs attention. You got to keep an eye on that. What I really want to show you is my ghetto repairs. One of the things about the King is with the dual shocks. I know a lot of guys think everything's interchangeable, but it's not when it comes to these arms and the steering components due to the four-wheel drive. These were all proprietary. This arm, the steering arm, the front arms, proprietary. So I was breaking them left and right. I mean, literally, on the slightest anything. So what I did was did some ghetto repairs there, and I made my own gussets gusseted with that and filled with shoe goo. You can see that this upper arm, that's all in here is all filled with shoe goo, sandwiched together, drilled, tapped, and had to do the same thing to these steering arms on both sides. Just used alloy, made my own, did all the bends, sandwiched them, shoe glue them, and threw both them. It's tougher than nails now. The back ones are still stock, and I haven't broke any. What I have broke back here is I switch over anything I can switch over on the plastics when I break is to the HPI plastic. If I had to complain about this thing, it's really just the bad plastic. Probably the only drawback. And unfortunately, not everything is just switchable over to HPI. I mean, if you want to get rid of the dual shock setup, then you can go ahead and get RPM arms for it and do all that. But with this dual shock setup, there's just nothing out there for them. I think King is coming out with an alloy setup like this arm now. I think I saw something on there. Dave's got that, but I ain't seen it yet in person. I beat the tire out of this thing. Got plenty of videos to prove it. I think one of the best things I did to it was I put a better servo here at the front. It's got a high-tech 55. Steering's awesome. I went with the alloy wiper arms because I wiped out this. I screwed this, drilled and tapped this battery box down. When it's only held together by these pins, when you're steering, the whole box just wants to move. So I actually have that attached down now. It rocks. These tires, typical Proline Badlands with their fifth scale bead lock, knocked off 1.5 pounds per wheel. These big old boys look cool and everything, but when you can knock off 6 pounds in just tires, you ought to see that the response is unbelievable. So I got this all back. And the other thing you got to stay on top of these things, guys, is just tightening, like anything, all the time. They take a lot of maintenance just to stay up on the screws. But when I had this out today, after I put it all back together, it was on the bench. Nothing was hooked to it. There was just that amount of fuel in the carburetor right there in the bulb. I pulled it over on the bench, holding down on the top of it, started up on the first pull, it was running, sitting there in my hands. I took it out tonight. It was late, it was after 8, and it's loud, so I just wanted to do a plug check and retune those needles, and it seems like it's right in the zone. I had some decent smoke and the nice brown plug. The plug looked good. Top of the cylinder looked awesome. So we'll see. The jury's out on that repair. I thought for sure I was going to have to get a new head and a new piston. So we're going to milk it for some more time. So this is really for the RC Planet boys. There's that thread that's been going on for a while there. I've been following it. Just wanted to catch up on what it's taken to make this thing bashable. Like I said, if I just bumped anything with this front end, and I don't mean crash, I mean just barely bump it, I was breaking parts. So here's a brand new arm right here that I won't put on it. I might use it in the rear if I has to, but if one of those rear ones break, I'll gusset it the same way I did the other ones. I'm not buying any more arms for this truck. Just not doing it. But drivetrain wise, everything else is good. Awesome. I mean, it ain't a 5. The 5's in the other room. That's a piece of work. But I really like this truck, so it's definitely not going to get shelved just because I got a 5, I promise you that. So, anyways, I got a bunch of projects going on. The Flux needs some wheel bearings. The E-Revo needs a spur gear. So we got projects everywhere here. Down Al's truck shop. So just wanted to give you the update. King's a good truck, but she takes some, definitely needs some mods here to make it an excellent truck. That's the second throttle servo I had in it. First one I had burned out like in the second day. Danny sent me another one. It's weak, but it's still running. So I got one sitting here ready to go. When this one craps out, we'll put a better servo on it. But I'm just gonna let it die. So, all right, dudes. Hey, rock on. Catch you later from the shop down in the basement next to the furnace. Over and out.